Hey there, my fellow modern-day warriors. Ever feel like your brain is a browser with way too many tabs open? You've got a notification for a work email, a text from your mom, a viral video your cousin sent you, and a new celebrity scandal all vying for your attention at the exact same moment. It's a digital circus out there, and you're the one juggling flaming chainsaws while trying to remember where you put your keys. Right? We've all been there. It's enough to make you want to just put your head in your hands and sigh, maybe even scream into a pillow. I get it. But what if I told you there's an ancient, ridiculously powerful philosophy that can help you not just survive this mess, but actually thrive in it? A philosophy that's less about becoming a stone-cold emotionless robot and more about becoming a ninja of your own mind. Yeah, you heard me. We're talking about Stoicism. And before you roll your eyes and think, oh great, another ancient philosophy lecture, hear me out. This isn't your grandpappy's dusty old philosophy book. This is the ultimate life hack for the 21st century. Think about it. We're more connected than ever, but somehow also more stressed. We're constantly scrolling, comparing our lives to carefully curated highlight reels on social media. That perfect vacation photo, that's just a fleeting moment. But your brain sees it and says, why isn't my life that awesome? We're drowning in information and opinions, and it's creating this rising tide of anxiety that just seems to be washing over everyone. We're looking for a life preserver, something to grab onto, and we're trying all the wrong things. That's where Stoicism swoops in, like a philosophical superhero without the cape. It's not about ignoring your problems, it's about giving you the tools to deal with them head on. It teaches you how to focus on what's truly within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your choices, and how to let go of everything else. The traffic jam, your boss's bad mood, what some stranger on the internet thinks about your latest post. All of it outside your control. So why stress? So, if you're ready to stop being a passenger in the roller coaster of your own life and start being the one in the driver's seat, then you've come to the right place. We're about to embark on a 30-day journey that's going to change how you see the world, and more importantly, how you see yourself. The 30-Day Stoic Blueprint. Your transformation begins. Welcome to the 30-Day Stoic Blueprint. Think of this as your personal training montage, but for your mind. We're not going for some airy-fairy, just think positive nonsense. We're going for real, actionable habits that are going to build your mental fortitude, one day at a time. This isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. This is about building momentum, a little brick on top of another, until you have a fortress of inner peace. Now let's get one thing straight right off the bat. Stoicism isn't about becoming a robot. It's not about being a Vulcan from Star Trek, devoid of all emotion. That's a total myth. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Stoicism is about emotional mastery. It's about understanding your emotions, not suppressing them. It's about not letting them take the wheel and drive you off a cliff. When you feel anger, you don't just react. You pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this? And then you decide how to respond. It's the difference between being a slave to your feelings and being the master of them. Over the next 30 days, we're going to tackle some of the most powerful Stoic practices. We'll start with the basics, building a strong foundation, and then we'll move on to some of the more advanced stuff. We're going to give you a daily habit to focus on, a small, manageable task that you can fit into your day, whether you're a busy student, a parent, or someone just trying to make it through the 9-to-5 grind. By the end of this challenge, you can expect some pretty awesome results. You're going to feel more resilient. Those little annoyances that used to send you into a tailspin, they're going to feel a lot less significant. You'll make clearer decisions because you won't be bogged down by emotional chaos. And you'll start to experience a genuine sense of inner peace, a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can handle whatever life throws at you. You'll be like Neo in the Matrix, but instead of dodging bullets, you'll be dodging the chaos of modern life. First 10 days, mastering your mindset. All right, let's dive into the first 10 days. We're starting with the fundamentals. This is where we lay the groundwork, where we get our hands dirty and start building those mental muscles. Day 1, 2, and 3. Morning reflection. The premeditatio malorum. Sounds fancy, right? Premeditatio malorum. It's a Latin phrase that means the premeditation of evils. But don't let the name scare you. It's not about being a pessimist. It's about being prepared. It's about starting your day with a shot of mental armor. So, here's the habit. When you wake up, before you check your phone and get sucked into the digital vortex, take a few minutes. Maybe while you're drinking your coffee or tea. And think about all the things that could go wrong today. Not in a woe is me kind of way, but in a practical, what if kind of way. What if I get stuck in traffic? What if my coworker is in a bad mood and snaps at me? What if I spill coffee all over my shirt right before a big meeting? What if my computer crashes and I lose all my work? By mentally rehearsing these potential adversities, you take away their power. When they actually happen, you won't be caught off guard. You've already run the scenario in your head. You've already thought about how you would handle it. You can just calmly say, yes, this is the traffic I prepared for. It's annoying, but I'll use this time to listen to that podcast I've been meaning to check out. It's a game changer. Instead of reacting with frustration, you respond with reason. It's like a firefighter who practices putting out fires. When the real fire happens, they don't panic. They know exactly what to do because they've trained for it. You're training your mind for the small fires of daily life. Day 4, 5, and 6. Evening review, the gratitude journal. Now let's flip the script. At the end of the day, we're not just going to let the day's events swirl around in our heads. We're going to review them with purpose. Grab a notebook or use a note on your phone, whatever works for you. And ask yourself these 2 simple questions. 1. What went well today? List 3 things you're grateful for. This isn't just about big things. It can be something as small as the perfect cup of coffee, a genuine laugh you shared with a friend, or the fact that you actually made it to the gym. This practice rewires your brain to look for the good, even on a tough day. It's like a mental scavenger hunt for things that bring you joy. 2. What was within my control and what was not? This is the core of Stoicism. Reflect on the challenges you faced. The argument with your partner, the rude email from a client, the fact that you had to cancel your plans because of bad weather. And separate them. The weather was not in your control, but how you responded to your plans being canceled was. The tone of the email from the client was not in your control, but your reply to it was. This simple exercise helps you let go of the things you can't change and empowers you to take ownership of the things you can. Day 7, 8, 9, and 10. Mindful observation. Don't just react, observe. Okay, so we've got our morning prep and our evening review. Now let's talk about the rest of the day. This is a habit that you can practice anytime, anywhere. It's called mindful observation. Imagine you're a detective and your mind is the crime scene. A thought pops up. I'm so terrible at this. Instead of immediately believing it and feeling bad, you just observe it. There's the thought about being terrible. Interesting. You don't judge it, you don't fight it, you just notice it, like a cloud passing in the sky. Same thing with external events. A car cuts you off in traffic. The old you would honk, maybe yell a few choice words, and feel a surge of anger. The new you, the stoic you, just observes. Okay, a car just cut me off. The driver is clearly in a hurry. That's a fact. My anger is a choice. I can choose to feel it, or I can choose to let it go. This simple act of creating a little space between a stimulus and your reaction is like giving yourself a superpower. It gives you the power to choose your response instead of being a slave to your impulses. It's the pause that changes everything. You're not fighting your thoughts. You're just watching them. You're not trying to change the world. You're just changing your perspective. It's a subtle shift, but it's monumentally powerful. You're learning to be the calm in the eye of the storm. Days 11 to 20. Embracing impermanence and virtue. All right, if you've made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back. You've built a solid foundation. Now, we're gonna level up. These next 10 days are about getting a little uncomfortable, but in a good way. We're going to challenge ourselves to see the world from a different and ultimately more freeing perspective. Day 11, 12, 13, and 14. Practice voluntary discomfort, the cold shower challenge. This one might sound a little crazy, but trust me on this. It's a classic Stoic practice. The idea is to intentionally expose yourself to brief periods of discomfort. Why? To build resilience and to appreciate what you have. For the next 4 days, I want you to try taking a cold shower, just a few minutes. It doesn't have to be freezing, just cold enough to be uncomfortable. At first, your body will probably scream at you. What are you doing? This is not a spa day. But you'll notice something amazing. You'll get through it. And after you get out, you'll feel this incredible sense of clarity and accomplishment. You've just proven to yourself that you can handle a little discomfort. It also gives you a massive dose of gratitude. When you get to take a nice, warm shower the next day, you'll truly appreciate it. You're no longer taking your comforts for granted. You're building a mental fortress against the tiny tyrannies of daily life. The same goes for other small discomforts, delaying gratification by waiting 30 minutes to eat your favorite snack, or walking a few extra blocks instead of taking the bus. These small acts of self-discipline add up to a big increase in mental toughness. Day 15, 16, and 17. Understanding amor fati, loving your fate. Amor fati, another one of those cool Latin phrases. It means love of fate. This isn't about being a passive victim of circumstances. It's about embracing everything that happens to you, good or bad, as an opportunity for growth. The Stoics believed that everything that happens is exactly what was meant to happen. This isn't a mystical, cosmic belief. It's a practical mindset. The challenge you're facing at work, don't wish it away. See it as a chance to develop your problem-solving skills. The rejection you just got, don't let it crush you. See it as a chance to learn, to grow stronger, to reevaluate your path. The famous Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius put it beautifully. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Your life is the fire. The obstacles are the fuel. Instead of letting them smother you, use them to burn brighter. This isn't about just accepting your fate. It's about loving it. It's a proactive, powerful way of looking at the world. You're not just enduring. You're thriving because of the challenges, not in spite of them. Day 18, 19, and 20. The cardinal virtues in action: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Stoicism isn't just about what you think, it's about what you do. The Stoics believed there are 4 cardinal virtues. Wisdom, the ability to see things clearly and make good judgments. This isn't just book smarts, it's practical wisdom, common sense. Justice, treating others with fairness and kindness, recognizing our shared humanity and our responsibility to each other. Courage, not just physical bravery, but also the mental courage to face your fears, to be honest with yourself, and to stand up for what's right. Temperance, self-control and moderation in all things, not letting your desires or impulses run wild. For the next 3 days, I want you to focus on one virtue each day. For example, on day 18, focus on wisdom. Before you make a decision, big or small, ask yourself, is this the wise thing to do? On day 19, focus on justice. Before you speak or act, ask, is this fair and kind to others? On day 20, focus on courage. When you feel a little scared or anxious, ask, what is the courageous choice here? These aren't just abstract ideas. They're practical guidelines for living a good life. They're the compass that can guide you through the fog of modern-day confusion. Days 21 to 30. Living a life of purpose and presence. All right, you've reached the final stretch. You've built some serious mental muscles. Now it's time to put it all together and focus on the big picture. These last 10 days are about living a life of meaning, not just getting through the day. Day 21, 22, 23, and 24. Memento Mori, a daily reminder of mortality. Sounds a little dark, I know. Memento Mori means remember that you will die. It's not meant to be a morbid, depressing thought. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's the ultimate life hack for living in the present. The thought of death isn't meant to make you sad. It's meant to make you get off your butt and live. It's meant to make you ask yourself, if this were my last day, is this how I'd want to spend it? It's a powerful tool for putting things in perspective. That small, petty argument with your partner? Is it worth it? The endless scrolling on your phone? Is that really how you want to spend your precious, limited time? The Stoics didn't fear death. They embraced it as a natural part of life. They saw it as the ultimate motivator to live each day with intention, to love fully, to work hard, and to be a good person. It's a powerful reminder that our time here is a gift, and we shouldn't waste a single moment of it. So, for the next 4 days, take a moment each morning to remind yourself of your own mortality. It might sound scary, but you'll find that it brings a surprising amount of clarity and peace. Day 25, 26, 27, and 28. Practicing benevolence, extending kindness. Stoicism can sometimes seem like a very individual pursuit, all about self-improvement. But it's not. It's about being a better person, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. The Stoics believed in our interconnectedness. They believed that we're all part of a larger community, a global family. The phrase they used was cosmopolitanism, meaning we are all citizens of the cosmos. For the next 4 days, I want you to intentionally practice benevolence. Extend kindness to others, even when it's difficult. Smile at a stranger. Let someone go ahead of you in traffic. Listen to a friend without interrupting. Try to understand someone else's perspective, even if you disagree with them. It's easy to get caught up in our own heads, our own problems, our own world. This practice is a powerful way to break out of that shell. It's a reminder that a life well lived is a life lived in service to others. It's not just about what you get, it's about what you give. Day 29 and 30. Beyond 30 days. The Stoic lifestyle. You've done it. You've completed the 30-day challenge. But this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. The goal wasn't to get through 30 days of exercises. The goal was to plant the seeds of a new way of life. The final 2 days are about reflecting on your journey and creating a plan for the future. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? Which ones made the biggest difference? Maybe you loved the morning reflection and want to make that a daily habit. Maybe the evening gratitude journaling became a non-negotiable part of your routine. The key is to integrate these habits into a sustainable Stoic lifestyle. This isn't a temporary fix, it's a lifelong journey. It's about building a better you, not for a month, but for a lifetime. You now have the tools. You have the blueprint. You know how to face adversity, how to find gratitude, and how to live with purpose. You've gone from being a victim of circumstance to being the master of your own mind. That's a pretty big deal. So, there you have it. A 30-day challenge to build some seriously awesome Stoic habits. If this video resonated with you, if you're ready to start your own journey to a more resilient and peaceful life, then don't just watch. Do it. Pick a day and start with the first 10 days. And if you want more videos like this, more tips and tricks for navigating the chaos of modern life, then hit that like button, drop a comment below telling me which part of the challenge you're most excited about. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next video. This is your journey, and I'm excited to see where it takes you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.